Hello there.
In this video, I'm going to show you my process of creating this little lightsaber animation. A little while ago, I joined a local lightsaber club. A bunch of friends and Star Wars enthusiasts coming together on a weekly basis to practice some lightsaber training. Initially, I just joined because I thought as an animator it would be interesting to learn about some fighting techniques and then be able to record reference of myself to better be able to animate this kind of stuff. But then I quickly became really good friends with the whole bunch, so win-win situation. The club also has its own YouTube channel. You should go check that out and stay on the lookout for big future projects. But for now, let's just talk about animation. After I got some practice and got the basics down, I decided to try my hand on a little 9-count Dulon animation. I found this awesome Ahsoka rig on Agora. Then I got busy with blocking. My workflow that I used for this animation was to first put down the key poses and really pose every single joint, so including fingers, face, leku. Then when I was happy with those key poses and the timing and how that felt, I moved on to in-betweening and extremes. But for those, I went through multiple passes of first focusing on just the hips, then on just the arms, then just the legs, and then just the face. The trickiest part with all this was posing the hands. This project really got me looking at my own hands like there were some alien appendages, but I learned a lot from it. For this animation, I wanted to stick to two-handed, one single blade, and not dual wielding like Ahsoka usually would, because I thought for my first try at animating a fighting animation, I should stick to something a little more simple than going crazy swooshes. But I had to set up some constraints to be able to wield a saber with two hands. Usually when wielding a lightsaber with two hands, you use your main hand to direct force and you use your second hand to aim your saber. So one is basically translation and the other one is used for rotation. Some time went by and a new semester of classes started, but I kept on working on the blocking in between classes and assignments. Then, after some time, I finally moved on to spline. I focused first on the hip and then moved down the hierarchy, focusing on the arcs of the feet, of the arms, and the path of the saber. Especially arcs are very important in this type of animation, so I often used a motion trail and ghosting to check that especially the saber had a nice fluid motion. Then when I was happy with my first pass of cleaning up the splines, I moved on to the fingers, the face, the overlapping action in the leku, and the clothing. I adjusted the spacing of some things to have it be uneven so there's more overlap and offset to give things more weight. And then I did a final polish pass to really perfect those poses. Then I decided to render all of that in Unreal Engine, so I imported it as an alembic and had to do some fiddling to apply the textures. Then I did some final color corrections and sound design in Premiere Pro, and then I could finally call it finished. My first fighting animation. This was a passion project of mine and I hope to make more of these kinds of things in the future. I have gotten a bit better at wielding a lightsaber myself. I'd like to try my hand at some more complex moves, maybe dual wielding, maybe longer choreographies with multiple characters, maybe using mocap data, who knows. But until then, may the force be with you.